Hey, book lovers, book readers, book friends. It is me, your book hostess, best book friend, LaShonda. We read this book, and I know it has been a minute, but I am back to bring you all the book goodness. Did you miss me? Because I missed y'all. I have missed our check-in, sharing all the book goodness with you, but have no fear. I am back and I am bringing it. So I thought I would kick back off 2023 to tell you the best book that I read in February of 2023. This book is by a new author to me, by the name of Charity Shane, and the book is called Seven. And it was fire, y'all. It was fire. It was cute. It was sexy. It was a little bit of angsty, but just all around fire. So I know you're like, seven what? It's just called Seven, but let me tell you why. So the story is about Kree and Jackson. They meet each other at the blackest of black events, the Essence Festival in New Orleans. It's late one night and Kree bumps into him and they just have this instant connection and they hook up. They have a wild night, and then Kree, she creeps out the next morning like, I gotta catch my flight, but thanks. And he's just like, well, damn. And he thought about her from time to time, and, they had no way to contact each other because they didn't exchange names, numbers, none of that. Like, it was really a hit it and quit it. Because Kree was very future focused about her business. She didn't have time to entertain no relationships and all that stuff. Right. So anyway, the next year, he returns to the Essence Festival, and when you know it, he bumps into Kree again, and they end up spending that weekend together and just having a great time. And because Kree is so very work-focused, future-focused, she's trying to make partner at her firm, she's very much like, nah, I can't entertain you except for 7 days every year. Hence, 7. So what embarks is this affair that they meet every year for 7 days, and they have the time of their lives. And yeah, it's a lot of sexy going on. It's a lot of, ooh, child. It's a lot of that, but it's also a lot of them getting to know each other and learning their personalities and just how they vibe together, right? And so they are both having feelings for each other. And Jackson is like, I'm just going to bite the bullet and I'm going to tell her. Kree does not know who he is. She has no clue. She never Googled none of it. Because all they knew was their first names. Sounds real crazy, right? But for real, that's what had happened. So they meet and for their 7 days. And from the beginning, things are just happening, right? Like her flight's delayed. So they're timing her off. They go on a picnic and she gets bit by something and he gives her Benadryl and she's super allergic. So he's like freaking out. Just all these things keep happening and he wants to tell her that he has feelings for her. And so he decides to just bite the bullet. And she is instantly shooketh. Like, wait, what? Like, I know we have a good time and all, but what you talking about? And he's like, just laid it out on the table. And she admitted that she liked him too and wanted to see how it's going. But, her career comes first. So she's almost, at that level. And once she achieves that, then she'll have time to put, that energy towards that relationship. And I'm like, girl, if you ain't had time to put towards no relationship in these 5 years, you ain't gonna have no time after you make partners. So quit fooling yourself. Quit fooling yourself and go get your man. So they're on this vacation. They are finally having a good time. And then she gets an emergency call from her assistant like, hey, it's some shenanigans going down and you need to come back and handle this ASAP if you want this promotion. And so after having a wonderful time, they talked about how they felt about each other. She literally gets this phone call and she chucks him the deuces. And he's just like, did she just roll out on me? Like, so yeah, he was miffed. So all this is going on, all this with her career because that's her focus. And needless to say, 7 days came to an end and it wasn't happy. Jackson wasn't happy. Kree wasn't happy. It's just all around foolishness. But you got to read the book to see how it ends. All I can say is Kree, Jackson, Indiana. The end. This book was so good. It's a super fast read, but it has all of the elements of ooey gooey romance. Like literally, who hasn't had the fantasy of, ooh, it's a girls trip. We going to New Orleans. We might flash our tatas for some beads. Some people might do that. I didn't when I went to New Orleans. I didn't do that. But some people might have did that. So you're going to have this epic girl trip and you bump into the man of your dreams. He's handsome, successful. I mean, he checks all your boxes. Y'all have this instant chemistry. But yet you don't pursue it because of your career, or you don't pursue it because of whatever the situation is. This book to me was a lesson in, girl, you better live your best life while you can, okay? Yeah, you can always get a job, but you don't always find your match. You don't always meet your mate. This book, again, was sexy. It was funny. It was just a really, really cute love story. It does have a happily ever after, but I'm not going to tell you what it is because you need to read this book. It is called Seven by Charity Shane, and I think I found her on the Sister Girls Book Club. So shout out to them for the recommendation, and shout out to Charity Shane. I'll be stalking you soon. I mean, contacting you to say, hey girl, come on over to the Read This Book chat room and pop in and say hey to the people. So with that, if you want to stay in touch, if you want to get the latest book reviews, make sure that you like and subscribe to this channel so you can always be in the know of the hottest books and the latest reviews. And if you want to hang out in a fun book community, hop on over to Facebook and join the Read This Book chat room. We love to have you. So until the next time, read a good book.